Shalom. Mazel tov. Week 6, back day, lift 2. It's Tuesday. I'm wearing this stringer. I figured I haven't exposed my body for a little while, and I kind of want to, just so I can see how I look. And I forgot to do 26 pull-ups for my 26th birthday. So we're going to do that now. That's why I'm starting with pull-ups today. This is attempt number 1. I really only get one chance. So first set. And I haven't even really warmed up. Usually when it comes to pull-ups, I just don't warm up. So that's fine. I had a slower morning today, which I kind of enjoyed. Took my time, took a shower. I take showers before I come to the gym, and I'm not ashamed of it. I guess kind of. I got 26. Those last few reps were mostly biceps. But I put on lotion after I showered because it's a Colorado summer and it's very dry. It's dry all year round. So my hands are slippery. Wow, I'm out of breath. That was good. That was good. I'm gonna do my next couple sets and then see you at the next one. I do have to kind of hurry up today because I'm okay to show up a little bit later like I did, but I have a package coming in that I got to sign for. Whew, dang. Cardio. Almost shiny from the lotion, I think. Also because I'm white and the lights are so bright here that it just overexposes my skin. That's hilarious. We're doing single arm pull downs. Probably one of my favorite workouts. 75 pounds. I have it on 72.5, but I'm also adding one of these, which I don't know how much it is, but it's definitely 2.5 pounds or more to bring me to 75 pounds. Kind of embarrassing. I don't know if that was 15 or 12. Like I did my left hand and then forgot just as fast how many reps I did. So then I did 15 on my right. And just in case I did 12 on my left, I did an extra 3 on my left. So worst case is my left hand got 18. Best case is 15 each. Ugh. It's pretty rough because I'm just zoning out doing the workout. I'm not thinking so hard on remember that number, you know. I could also go back and watch the footage, which is nice because I can do that, but only for my first set because I don't record the rest of my workouts. I'm telling you, I said this, I think 2 days ago, 2 workouts ago. When someone's on a machine and they're on their phone or whatever, you wait 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever, just to be cordial, and then ask how many sets do you have left. And you can ask that at any point, as long as they're not actually working out. But um, you can ask that at any point. But if they're on their phone specifically, it'll kind of get them to quicken it up because they know someone's waiting. And so far, they seem to always say 1 set left. Maybe they get nervous and they don't want to say more than one. I don't care. I got the machine now. That was 11. And that's it. Gonna finish this up like I do off camera. And then we're gonna move on to some shoulders. Shoulder dumbbell lateral raise, per usual. After this is curls. Then we're done. Talking to my buddy for a little bit, so worth it, 100%, because it's not often I get to talk to my friends. I mean, it's really only in the gym that happens. I'm still working on fixing that just after work. This week I'm on calls, so I have to be online 7 to 7, which sucks. But next week and so on, I think I'm going to put in a lot more effort to go out after the working day and try to go hang out with somebody, anybody. To do something, I don't know, or just take myself out to the park. The one kind of crappy thing is that a lot of days, right around 5 p.m., it gets cloudy and sometimes pretty rainy. So hopefully the weather would be nice enough for me to go out to a park or something. If not, I'm just going to start hitting up some friends and see if they want to hang out during the day. The problem is a lot of them have families and kids, or they just live so far away that it's a half hour, 45-minute drive with traffic, and then by the time I see them it's 6-7:30, and then I want to get home, at least be at home by 10, so I'd only see them for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, that stuff is rough. Anyway, it's all excuses. We'll see. I'll figure something out. Yeah, let's do this workout. The package that I'm supposed to be at home to sign for has been delayed. I don't know if I can say delayed, but just the time frame was huge. It was like between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. or something. And I was like, come on, guys. But as it got closer to 9 a.m., now it says between 12 and 2 p.m. So that's good. I don't have to rush this last workout. And one of the things that have been on my mind just about being in a wheelchair is, I think, what probably affects people the most, myself included, is the legitimate helplessness that exists. I guess you can say exists, or whatever it is, but the helplessness of if I'm going down the street and someone steals my phone off my lap, because I might maybe like I have navigation on my phone, and so I just have it sitting on my lap, and I'm looking at it or whatever, and someone just walks by, takes it, and runs away. I have no phone. I'm gone. It's done. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't catch somebody. I can go kind of fast, but I'm not catching nobody. And that's it. Like unless I just have a gun and I'm really good at aiming, and I just shoot someone in the calf or something just to stop them so I can go get my phone. But that's something that I'm generally not in a situation where I'm helpless, so it's not always in my face, and so it's easy to forget about. It's easy to feel normal when I'm in situations that I can be normal. Like right now, I'm on this bench, I'm about to do curls. If the wheelchair could just kind of scoot away, people might think, oh, that guy just has skinny legs and a big upper body. They probably wouldn't think he can't move his legs. And, so I feel, as equal as anybody else in this position. But then when it comes to switching from hard ground to gravel, having to go through grass or stairs or just visiting friends who, most houses, most apartments have steps in some way. And all of that stuff. And it's only when that stuff is confronted that I'm really confronted myself with the realization, the reality that most of life is just not really there for me anymore. Sometimes I think about going to live in somewhere like Barcelona, like a slower life, a little bit more social culture, stuff like that. And, it's hard to find accessible housing. It almost doesn't exist unless you're extremely wealthy. And even then, it can require some modifications. I was in Wisconsin, Appleton area, Wisconsin, which is a state in America. And America has the ADA laws, and it's said to be a very accessible country. Well, I was there for 9 months for an internship. I had to live in a hotel. I had to live in an extended stay hotel, an accessible hotel room, because I could not find an accessible apartment or like short-term apartment or anything to live in. And so because of that, all of the other interns in that cohort, I was separated from, because they all lived in the apartment that was near the office and kind of meant for the interns, because I had short-term leases and stuff. So, when it comes to accessibility or whatever, anything like that, America is just as bad or good as the next country over. And it's tough, And then once, like my house right now that I'm living in, it's accessible, I can get in and out, and so I'm comfortable. And then it's pretty easy to forget that, oh, right, most houses, my friends, most even apartments of my friends, I can't get in. So there's a lot of stuff like that which can be depressing. It can make you feel left out. And so it's really good that I have a lot of friends who include me and who will carry me, pick me up, and help me into their house and stuff like that. Having really good friends has helped me out a lot with my whole life. Family, friends, everything. And yeah, sometimes it just makes me realize how good my friends are, who say, they say it offhandedly, but to me it's very meaningful, which is one of my friends here in Colorado. He was like, dude, I gotta get a ramp for you. You're coming over all the time. I gotta get a ramp for you. I'm like, bro, you're the best. And it could be something as simple as just a piece of plywood, but having friends like that is so important. And I'm very grateful. And I'm also very ashamed of myself for not reaching out and hanging out with them more. This could be my goal after this week, to really push myself to go out more. All right, time to finally do curls. 11. What a boy.
What up, man?
How you doing?
Look shredded, bro.
So my homeboy, we're gonna go skydiving and do some camping soon. These weekends. He starts back up with university. We're about the same age, but he was in the military, so he's doing university now. Do some skydiving, do some camping. We gotta do it soon. This is the thing. I let the summer get away from me. I could have done so much in July, and I just was being lazy and reclusive and just pulling into myself. I'm not going to use the word depressed, but I was definitely going through something. I don't know what it was. But anyway, now we have just a few weekends left before he's back in university. So definitely going to be doing some stuff, hang out with him and do some cool things because that's what I want to do. I want to go skydiving this year, and I want to go, like I've done it before, but just to do a few more jumps and camping. I think camping would be really fun, see the stars and all of that. And then horseback riding, I can do that August, September. That'd be fine. Yeah, anyway, so that's the end of today's workout. I'm going to do 2 more sets of these curls and then head out. I love you. Goodbye.